And I've always said this, but if the issue with Manon and Katseye was really a Hybe ex-Geffen issue, Manon would have been released from the company already. Allegedly, 3 out of the 5 Katseye girls voted her out, along with the lopsided bun lady, and that's why Manon is on a hiatus right now. Hi, my name is Duanne King. This is the series where we talk about the mistreatment of Manon. This is episode 3. Get your coffee or tea, and let's get into it. All I ask is if you enjoy the series, make sure you just press like and subscribe. Join the kingdom. I'm seeing so many new people in here. But truly, I do believe if Manon was such a big problem or such a big issue in Katseye, and Hybe ex-Geffen did not want her to be in the group at all, they would have just removed her and then released a statement saying that she's gone. But they have not done that because Hybe wants her. I mean, when we look at Hybe's previous history, we know that they will kick out people and even sue them. When we look at Lexi from Saint Satine, she's under the same label as Manon, but she was removed from the group. But they came to a mutual agreement and they parted ways. And you might be like, okay, well, she didn't debut. But then we have Karam from Le Seraphim. But then if you want to get dark, Danielle from New Jeans was removed by Hybe, and she is now being sued for like 30 billion won, which is like $20 million. And these are 4 different girls that were in different groups. My point is if Hybe wanted to remove Manon from something, they would have done that a long time ago. They would have done that during Dream Academy. Why would Hybe spend millions of dollars to get Manon inside of this group to then discard her? If Manon was such a problem, Hybe would have kicked her out and sued her. If she was doing things behind the group without the authorization of Hybe, they would have removed her and sued her. Manon went to Paris with Jack Mu, which was approved by Hybe ex-Geffen, which lets us know she's still in the company and still with the label. So you really just have to look around and be like, so what is the real problem here? Because if Manon is healthy and happy, why isn't she back in Katseye? Now, I covered this in previous episodes, but I talked about my belief of Manon's hiatus only being 2 months long, or originally it was supposed to be 2 months long. She was going to come back with Coachella and Pinky Up, which is why she was in the Pinky Up leaked video, like the choreography dance practice thingy. I believe that, and so many people online believe that. Right, there's this really popular creator that I talked about in the last episode. She has credible sources. Her name is Jazz, and she spoke about this a little bit. Okay, editing Kyon here. Normally, I don't get my information from TikTok pages, but the reason why I have a little bit of trust in this specific creator is because before Katseye's new EP came out, Jazz provided us with the names of the songs on the album. She also drew out what they would be wearing and outfits and how it would look. And then when the picture of the EP came out, her drawings were identical to what was released. There was simply no way there was luck or it was a guess because she drew exactly what came out. And this was a long time before it was released. But as with everything, please do your own research and take it with a grain of salt. Let's continue in the video. And her and I both separately came to the same conclusion of Manon was supposed to be on Pinky. She was only supposed to be gone for 2 months. But things started to fall apart. Now, according to Jess, the Katseye girls and the lopsided bun lady that y'all know I do not want to name, all came together and voted to put Manon on hiatus.
It's important to know that Manon was put on hiatus in a room with Missy, the girls, Hybe ex-Geffen executives. They were all in the room. When she was put on hiatus, there was bickering, there was yelling, there was heated arguments. A few of the girls were laughing because allegedly a few of the girls were laughing because they finally got their way. It was finally what they wanted. They finally got to go and move as a 5-member group. Manon goes on hiatus. So we're gonna take it all the way back to April of 2025, the weeks leading up to the release of Gnarly. Hybe, the girls, and Missy allegedly all have a sit-down meeting and they discuss Manon's commitment issues. In the meeting, allegedly it was said that Manon does not belong. This is something that is constantly said in meetings by Missy, allegedly, that they need to put her on hiatus so that she can lock in and fix her commitment issues. Hybe says they're not gonna put her on hiatus. They bring the issue up to Hybe. Hybe says no, that they're not gonna bench Manon for the Gnarly era. Like, what is happening here was supposed to happen during the Gnarly era, and Hybe said no, like that's not gonna happen. Geffen executives were on the girls' side. They're always iffy about Manon.
Now, sources are saying that they had an argument during practice, and the girls could never make up after the argument. Now, the next few things I'm gonna say, we have no concrete proof. Everything is alleged. Right after Manon was put on hiatus, Daniela's father gets online and is talking about Manon. And it's not just like oh, I love Manon, I can't wait till she gets back. It's Katseye's bigger than one girl. The show goes on without Manon. Come back when you're ready to work, which are literally crazy things to say about your daughter's bandmate. So why when Manon gets put on hiatus, her dad goes online and then talks all about Manon? I said this on TikTok a million times, but if my friend's dad goes online and talks about me, then clearly my friend is saying stuff to the dad, because how would the dad know? Manon is not just hanging out with the dad. And speaking of Danny, while we're here, I feel like we should just touch on the whole Daniela Manon situation. People are mad at me for calling Daniela and her dad shady, and they're calling me parasocial for speaking up on it. Yesterday, I posted a video talking about Daniela commenting on this Instagram reel. It was this Instagram reel of this girl defending Daniela from all the hate. And Daniela commented on it. That's not what I found weird. Defend yourself from hate, don't send this girl hate. Like, that's not what I find weird. What I find weird is that immediately when I open up the comments, I see people talking about Manon and being rude to Manon. And I find that weird. But Daniela probably didn't see those comments, so I'll give her benefit of the doubt there. But then I go back and I think about Manon's birthday. The Katseye girls like Manon's picture, but Daniela didn't like the picture. And you're like, okay, it's an Instagram picture, you're looking too deep. Manon archived the pictures of her and Danny off her Instagram. But even all of that aside, Daniela's dad was talking about an Asian woman and was being very weird towards Lisa. Y'all are saying that's parasocial for me commenting on it, but I think that's racism. If that's considered parasocial, then I'll be it all day. But when a grown man is actively being racist online, I'm just not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna say anything. But also the way that he spoke on Manon, I do find a little bit weird. Like, knowing that you're the father of Daniela, you should have got online and said nothing. So yes, if her father's being racist online towards Lisa, and then being weird to Manon, and then all of a sudden Danny's not liking any of her pictures, Manon removed pictures of Danny off her profile, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it looks shady. Daniela's beautiful, she's talented, she can dance really well and sing. I love her part in Gabriella. I love all 6 Katseye girls. But just because I love them doesn't mean I can't say, oh, that looks a little shady. So apparently Daniela's dad, according to Jazz, is upset with Manon because Manon didn't come to their Thanksgiving event. But I'm sorry, y'all are not her family. Like, yes, you're in a group together, but I'm sorry, you're just not in her family. And Manon's parents were currently out of town for Thanksgiving, so Manon spent it with her boyfriend. I'm sorry, but if my parents are out of town, my boyfriend invites me over for Thanksgiving, and then the Katseye girls invite me, I'm gonna go with my boyfriend. I'm already in Katseye. Like, I'm gonna see you girls regardless, like whether we're at this dinner or not. Why don't I go spend this holiday with my boyfriend that I don't get to see all the time because we're always in 14-hour rehearsals? But apparently this is one of the reasons why he feels so strongly about Manon. But it's just like, get over yourself. You're a grown man and you're mad about a girl not coming to dinner. I feel like that shows your character. But then also Daniela was seen out hanging out with Manon's op. Well, she's probably not even Manon's op, but girl, all the Katseye fans are like, this girl is Manon's op. And I'm just gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say her name. I'm gonna spare you on this one, but you can figure it out. We'll show this picture. It's not gonna show her face, but you can figure out who that is if you watch Dream Academy. After Danny was seen hanging out with this girl from Dream Academy, and this girl from Dream Academy left a weird comment on Lara's Instagram. It was saying that you're gonna have to hold it down for black and brown girls and it'll make sense later. That is a little shady. Someone that you call your sister and you two share an apartment, you're hanging out with someone that invalidates Manon's blackness. And if you're not black, you probably don't understand the weight of this conversation. So please just sit this one out and listen. Lara is not black. What are you talking about? Lara needs to stand up for the black and brown girls. Lara does need to stand up for the brown girls 1,000,000%, but Lara can't speak on the black experience because Lara is not black. Lara will also never try to do that because Lara is not black. That comment was just so weird. Manon on her Instagram starts privating all the pictures with Daniela and Manon. The ones from the debut era, of course, are still there, but the ones that were recently, Manon saw that and said, oh no, girl. And she went and archived the ones with Danny. There are some up on the profile, but majority of them are gone. And also Daniela and Manon used to live together, but then all the Katseye girls were allowed to move out and get their own places, so they no longer live together. Which is also why I feel like whenever they fight and bicker, it might be a little bit stronger than anyone else. Because when you live with someone and you share space with someone, you're gonna fight like siblings. Like if you and a friend live together, if they don't pick up something, you're gonna be like, hey, why don't you pick this up? You're gonna have a little bit of a, not a tussle, but it's just common discussions that other people might not have. So then when you have to go into a 14-hour rehearsal, you might have an argument and it might come off stronger because we do live together or we did live together. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, well, I live with someone and if we had a 14-hour practice, I would never argue with them, blah, blah, blah. That's you. But girl, I know me. Girl, you do something at home and we have to go practice for 14 hours and we get an argument at practice, the stuff from at home might get mixed into it just because everything is happening. Especially after a long 14-hour day, you're tired and delirious, things are gonna happen. I also remember right after Manon went on hiatus and Sophia was on stage, she shouted out Manon.
And let's give it up for Manon!
And the crowd went wild, like everyone was cheering, of course, because we love Manon. But then after that performance, we see Megan in the back of a truck and fans are recording her, they're screaming, they're talking about her, and then one of the fans goes, say hi to Manon. And Megan's face just drops and then she just drops down. Doesn't say hi to Manon, doesn't say anything. You're just like, okay, girl. And y'all are probably like, the label said don't say anything. Girl, if Sophia an hour ago just said hi Manon, make some noise for Manon, this girl could smile. You can't smile for Manon. The label said do not smile your lips. The label said don't smile on your lips. Like, come on now. We're not gonna act crazy. If Sophia can open her mouth on stage and say make some noise for Manon, you can smile. You can smile. No one's gonna sue you for smiling. Like, no one will sue you for smiling. It's just not gonna happen. If Hybe wanted to take Megan to court and said Megan smiled, we're suing her for $20 million, it would get thrown out. And I know I touched on this in the last episode, but I do still find it weird the way that Sophia spoke on Manon's situation. I don't find Sophia weird, I just find the whole situation weird. I think Sophia's beautiful and she's a nice person, and I know that Hybe is making her say things. We do know that Hybe speaks through Sophia a lot of the times. Like when they were on Jimmy Fallon or SNL or one of the nighttime shows, and Daniela was like, my favorite trait about Sophia is that she's a good liar.
I would want to switch with Sophia just because she's really good at lying and I want to like know how she
Daniela got slammed in the streets for that. She was dragged on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I'm not joking. This was before Manon's hiatus. They were attacking that girl. I was like, I thought this was a joke. Like, whoa, I didn't know it was this deep. It got so bad to the point that Hive had Sophia come out and be like, oh my God, no, I love Daniela. Don't worry, that's my baby. Like, it was a joke, blah, blah, blah. And one of my friends actually pointed out when we were watching the clip, like, why would you say that knowing that you guys are all supposed to have this sisterhood? It just doesn't give sisters. Also with Danny's father, I saw a bunch of fake stuff online, and I feel like we should kind of clarify what's real and what's not. Most of the messed up comments are real. The comment that is fake that's going around is the one that's like, I spoke to Daniela before this and she cleared everything. She said this was fine. That was not right. And I've been reading a lot of your guys' comments when you talk about Manon and the situation. And one thing that I saw online that was very popular, that she's always left out of the K-pop collaborations. And we're not talking about the ones where it's like iconic by mistake, because yes, she was supposed to be on that, but that's not what we're referencing here. Whenever Katseye goes to Korea, they always collab with K-pop idols. And it seems like everyone gets a dance challenge with different idols besides Manon. And under the Hype umbrella, you know, there's a bunch of different companies. Specifically, one of the companies, Belive, one of their groups collabed with Katseye, and in the vlog, they completely cropped out Manon. And also when they were doing the dance practice, I believe it's for Game Boy or whichever song it was, I just recognized the do-rag and like the dance. I believe it's a video of Manon and Megan dancing in the mirror and they're doing the rehearsal, the practice. And in the final video, Manon's not in the final video. It's a different person. This is not directed to the girls or the guys in that other group. This is clearly a staff issue in Korea and whoever goes to Korea with them. Lopsided bun. Why, lopsided bun girl, why can't Manon be in a video? Why can't Manon have a TikTok? It's just so shady that Manon can only be on the TikTok when all the girls need to hide their hair. When the girls need to go undercover or something's going on with the girls, so then they shove them away and then Manon finally gets pulled out of the closet. Like what? It's so performative. I also feel like the fans and even the girls on the show constantly would talk about how Manon was missing practice or Manon was doing this, Manon was doing that. But Daniela talks about lying to get out of practice and no one cares.
I've definitely lied about not feeling well or something to get out of like a hangout.
Yeah.
Or even rehearsal. There's
like even in the clip when Daniela said that, Manon looks at the camera and she's just like, okay. Cause like, what are you supposed to do? How is it fair that Daniela is able to lie to get out of practice and no one says anything? But Manon is sick and has doctor notes to prove that she is sick. And the Katseye girls are mad at her for getting sick. Like, does that make sense? Daniela admits to lying to get out of practice and no one's mad at her. But Manon has a doctor's note because she is sick and the Katseye girls are mad at her. Lopsided Bun is mad at her. The fans end up being mad at her. And then you guys say it has nothing to do with race. It's nothing about race. It's not mistreatment. These are two similar situations. One person lied. One person had a doctor's note. The one with the doctor note is getting bullied and attacked online so much worse than the person that just lied. And this is why Katseye fans ride so hard for Manon, because it's situations like this where it's like, oh no, y'all are treating that girl very differently than everyone else. And by the time you're watching this, we had a little bit of more time to sit with Katseye's new song, Animal. I briefly mentioned it on TikTok. I think it was a TikTok live. I don't know. I feel like the song is a Ed Sheeran throwaway, partially because yes, it is because he wrote on it, like we get it. But also half of me is like, what is Katseye's brand identity right now? They're missing the one piece they gave him that it factor. I'm not saying those girls cannot shine on their own. I'm just saying that all five of them together, that is not a group. That isn't like a group. When Manon is with them, it's a group. Let's pull up some pictures. When Manon is with them here, they look good, they look flawless, they pull it together. Another picture. They look good, they look flawless, they look put together. It's so cohesive and it makes sense when Manon is with them. Now these five girls together in this picture, they look lost. And like visually, obviously they're not lost, they know where they are, but the outfits, they go together, but their bodies don't go together. The body language, the vibe that you get from this is not sisters. This picture, the vibe that you get is not sisters, it gives awkward coworkers. And that's the problem with the Katseye brand right now, because when they all six were together, it was strong sisterhood, we're sisters, we love each other so much. But now it's just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, we work together. Like, girl, we have a song together. Like, girl, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go perform. That's what it gives right now. And I think the fans and the brands are starting to notice. I also think Hype x Geffen is being antsy, and they're about to tell that Lopsided Bun to stop managing Katseye. I feel like Hype x Geffen should move that Lopsided Bun to Saint Satine, let them be managed by her, and then pull someone from Hype to take over Katseye. But yeah, the branding of Katseye just doesn't make sense for me. I'm still lost on what this era is. I feel like every era that Katseye has had has felt different, which I can appreciate and love, but there's no identity behind it. When you look at all the songs, it just seems like they're just buying demos from people and just releasing them. Like Gnarly was a demo, Touch was a demo. We all know a lot of popular songs have demos, but when you have such talented girls that can sing so well, why not get them in the booth and let them make something on their own? We know Lara and Megan make good music on their own because they share stuff with the fans and it's been really good. So why don't we ever see that side of Katseye? We're only getting these weird demos that get bought off and then they get released and they change 1 or 2 lyrics. And also, why does everything that Katseye does get leaked? But every song or demo after their debut has been leaked online. Whether it's a popular song like Pinky Up that got leaked, or even Gnarly, or even this whole EP tea that's getting leaked online. I feel like you can find their music online so easily, and I just feel like we should probably tighten this up. Also, Hypex Steph, and there's a lot of staff and moving parts in the company, I get it, but also a lot of the moving parts of this company is running their mouth online. It's not my place to reveal anything or say who's doing anything. I'm just saying that the way they treated Manon behind closed doors, other people in the industry and other people in that group are slowly starting to figure out what happened, and it's not sitting well with a lot of people. Because originally, like we all saw when the statement was released, the statement said Manon left for health and well-being, but a lot of the moving parts outside of the company are starting to slowly figure out that it's not health and well-being. Something went down with one of those girls in that group, and a few of the other girls picked their side.
Manon didn't want to go on that hiatus. The people that were behind it were not Hypex Geffen. Manon's hiatus is because her and the girls are at a boiling point, which is true. I know the source of the conflict, but I would never say it now or in a million years, because that is just damaging. If the revelation to one of the other girls should ever come out, a lot of you will look stupid.
I'm ready for when the full story comes out, and y'all know that we will talk about it together. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Mistreatment of Manon. There will be an episode 4 coming out. Okay, I love you. Make sure you join the kingdom by subscribing. Leave me a like. I'm gonna go finish this because whenever I film these videos, I actually don't drink it. I only drink this much. Wait, okay, if you made it all the way to the end, you tell me how you like your coffee. Do you like it sweet? Do you like Americanos? Do you like cold brews? Or are you a matcha girly? Are you a tea girly? Or are you none of it? Do you like a Red Bull, sugar-free? Or are you just a water or a juice? Let me know what you are. But only for the real ones that made it to the end. Okay, love you, bye.